about to show you one of the most ambitious projects on the world that has been visited by more than 11 million people in just a couple of months. It combines the countries from all over the world, allows them to bring their best technologies, innovations and performances to one place, to Expo 2020.
Every single country has its own pavilion that has over 190 different ones of them. So not to get lost, we're going to show you the best places to visit here.
And we're going to start from the heart of Expo 2020, the Wasl Plaza. Wasl means connection in Arabic, and this place connects three main districts of Expo: sustainability, mobility and opportunity.
This place is now the home of the world's largest 360-degree projector dome that is 130 meters in diameter and 67 meters tall and is entirely constructed of steel. The dome is inspired entirely by the Expo's logo, but the true magic happens here at night when this whole place is turned into a show. Right next to the dome is another main attraction and what is becoming one of the most Instagrammable spots here at the Expo. It is a waterfall that crashes to the ground, right at your feet disappears into the rock. This special design was created by the same creators that gave us the fountains at the Burj Khalifa as well as the Bellagio.
I'm so scared! And of course the main thing to do when you're at the Expo is to visit the country's pavilions. As there are so many of them, we're going to save you time and show you the best ones. And we're going to start from Japan.
Yeah, Japan is actually the hardest one to get into. The only way to do it is you have to pre-book your time on your phone at 9 o'clock as soon as they open because they book out within minutes.
We were lucky enough to get our spot, so let's go and see what's all the hype about.
Yeah.
They welcomed us with a stunning show about the history of Japan. Then they showed 4 doors and we had to choose where we want to go. We chose the winter one.
Yeah, and then once we walked through the door, we went into this place where they had a bunch of different micro cities where broccoli was trees and toothbrushes were lamps, a spaceship made out of mandarins, and there we were collecting different ideas that formed our avatar, and the avatar in the end came together, all worked together to make a brighter future and to save this planet.
Love, 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 but it's time to go to the next one. The next one is Germany, which is famous for the longest lines in Expo 2020. But there is a reason for this.
This is the most entertaining pavilion, which is like a campus that lets you learn by playing and interacting with entertaining experiences that blend creative environmental ideas with real-life results. And in the end, you get to go to the graduation hall that features a swing set to symbolize the world coming together.
And inspire the people around us to move as well.
Move towards your beliefs to reach a better future.
Here, everything is so interactive and engaging, and it teaches you a way to save the planet. You have to come to the Kazakhstan Pavilion. Here while you're in line, they're going to have a whole show full of traditional dresses and clothes to entertain you while you wait. But when you get on the inside, it is my favorite pavilion because here they teach you how a human has to interact with an AI and how their intelligence together will save this planet.
Kazakhstan is ready to be part of this global network.
Ever since the Netflix hit TV show Squid Games came out, Republic of Korea has been on everybody's lips, so we were extremely excited to check out their pavilion and see what they're going to have on display.
The Korean Pavilion is one of the most unique buildings in the Expo, with a dynamic facade that constantly changes throughout the course of the day. Here you take a glimpse into the wonderful world of future mobility.
And the trains will be traveling at the speed of 1,200 kilometers per hour. Since we're in the light, but it's going to take like 10 minutes from Dubai to Abu Dhabi to travel.
The next pavilion I want to show you is the one that people keep saying is the most beautiful one, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Right at the entrance there's a challenge. You have to get in and out of the waterfall without getting wet.
Leave a camera. It was easy, it was easy. Everyone stands normally and only mine is going crazy. The only one.
What different? 13 different types of coffee here relate to the 13 main regions of Saudi Arabia. Here in the mid regions we have the Medina roast, it has rose water with it. And the Mecca has Mystica.
And another incredible thing about Expo is that without traveling, you still get to see the world. You can try their cuisines, see the national dresses, dances, music, and it's absolutely incredible that so many cultures are combined under the theme connecting minds and creating the future. The next pavilion I personally can recommend to visit when you're in Expo because it gave me the goosebumps. It's not a pavilion of a specific country, it's a pavilion for all the women, about all the women, and actually they talk about very serious problems.
Despite having such a positive impact on the world, women still constantly face inequality, harassment, abuse, body shaming, violence, and countless other challenges.
When women thrive, humanity thrives.
So we're just walking around the expo and we noticed the Brazilian pavilion, and it really caught our eye because on the inside of it there's a river, and in that river people are just walking around, swinging in the swings.
But there is even something more. There is like a treasure hunt. They give you the clue and you have to find the treasure in 10 minutes.
And we have to find this little garland, and the clues, I would love to see some pictures that make you feel like you're in the Amazon.
Did you find?
I don't know. Does it look the same? This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one.
It's super entertaining. We definitely recommend it. It was not very hard. It took us 2 minutes, but they were so impressed, and their nest like became like a star. They pointed a few cameras.
The king of Brazil.
At the interview. Definitely recommend Brazil.
Now let's go check out the Garden in the Sky, a 55-meter tall observation deck with a 360-degree view of the entire expo.
Thank you for joining us. We hope that you enjoy the rest of your day at Expo 2020.
Guys, that was an amazing sunset, but it's getting dark, so let's speed things up.
The Mobility Pavilion, where you can take the world's largest lift and move beyond Earth's frontier as you reach for space and feel the power to explore uncharted territories and create the future that you want. Glance at the iconic Spanish architecture that tampers with high temperatures, and their interactive forest of the intelligence shows how our actions will determine our future in ways we must comprehend. Russia creates a tribute to the masterpiece of the universe, the brain. It is the science of the brain that brings us the most important discoveries, so Russia takes you on a journey through the inner workings of the human brain. As you walk through the Singapore Pavilion, it is hard to tell where nature begins and architecture ends, with its net zero energy rainforest powered by a self-sustaining ecosystem. The United Kingdom where you can add your own words to a continuously changing collective message and get an awe-inspiring glimpse into the future, exploring everything from the commercialization of space to artificial intelligence. We also recommend stopping at the China Pavilion and marveling at their dazzling digital light show at night.
The next thing we're about to show you is the Vision Pavilion, which will tell you the history about Sheikh himself and how he has changed Dubai forever.
The Vision Pavilion tells an inspiring tale of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Then you're greeted by a 52-ton marble statue in the middle of the chambers that represents his favorite horse, Dubai Millennium. The horse statue stands at 5.5 meters tall and displays a show about how he won 9 out of 10 races before sadly passing away in 2001. You will then also be taken on a profound journey of the great transformations from the desert of UAE to Dubai's modern metropolis.
And after the pavilion about Sheikh's life, it makes sense to come to United Arab Emirates Pavilion. And it will be our last pavilion for today. We left it for the end because Expo is hosted by UAE and it will be some kind of icing on the cake. I promise you'll like it. So what do you expect to see in the United Arab Emirates Pavilion? Of course, a desert. And here they made it from the sand that they collected from 7 different emirates. And you can easily touch it even.
It looks like just sand, but if when you walk it and you block it like the sun, you can see pictures portrayed on the sand. Kind of cool. Crazy. Just 50 years ago, Dubai was nothing more than just sand in the desert. And look at it now, one of the biggest and most beautiful cities in the world. Actually, we were here 9 months ago when we came to the first pavilion that opened, and we claim that the future is here. But Dubai is not focusing on it now. They're thinking 50 years into the future. We have flying cars, trains going at 1,000 kilometers an hour, and the AI doing all the operations.
But with all these performances, I would still love to ask you not to forget the main scene of Expo, which is sustainability. And there are so many educational activities that remind us how fragile is our planet, and we are responsible to keep it safe, that everyone, me, him, you, we can contribute to the brighter future.
Humanity is on the verge of a great change, a future where digital and physical worlds coexist. Is it possible to create a sustainable future? An ideal relationship between mankind and new technology?
It's a big part of my work to make sure AI respects our privacy and protects our well-being as it continues to improve our quality of life.
It's up to us, you, me, and the 7.5 billion others, to create harmony between people and planet.
It's up to all